Hey, Chris.
Hey Juan, how you doing today?
I'm good. Good
Are you
connecting with you.
excited?
I am. It's early giving for Give Miami Day. It's
Yeah,
been a busy couple of weeks, but I'm glad that Give Miami Day is here.
yeah. And all right on the heels of a wonderful gala on Saturday night, and really a time of celebration for all of us here. And like we wanted to come to you today here on Facebook and YouTube in order to share with you some of the most memorable and impactful experiences that we have had at Unity on the Bay, or that we're aware of in Unity on the Bay's history. And we want to encourage you to chime in too. How has Unity on the Bay impacted your life? We're here today to support giving to Give Miami Day, which, if you don't know, is brought to us by the Miami Foundation. It's an opportunity for the foundation to match a percentage of every gift that's given to Unity on the Bay, starting today, right, Juan?
Starting today, yeah. Early giving started today. Received are going to be foundation, and we also have a couple of champion pages that people can find on the website, where some of our donors, staff, board members are also matching 100% some of the donations received.
Yeah. It was a beautiful thing Saturday night to see so many hands be raised, extending their desire to give and support for Give Miami Day and Unity on the Bay this year.
Well, I think part of it is that, I don't know about you, Chris, but I just always like to remember that when we give to Unity on the Bay, we're really giving in gratitude for the history that it's
Mhm.
had here in Miami, but also to, expand the impact that we have in making history,
Yeah.
right? As part of this spiritual community.
Yeah. I was thinking just this morning, because we're nearly 100 years old in Miami, the Unity movement being around even longer than that. But here in Miami, for 100 years, think of all the lives that have been touched by the work that we do, not only the spiritual work that we do, but our outreach into the community, which you're kind of the expert on, Juan.
It's quite amazing, Chris. I remember our first backpack drive, really, really praying very hard to get up to the 200 backpacks we had as a goal, right? And now we're at about 5,000 backpacks each year. And in total, we have now given close to 50,000 backpacks to children. And we started in Miami-Dade County, but people would find out about it and know other places that needed where the kids needed help. So now
Mhm.
it goes to Miami, Broward County. We get emails and letters, being told that the backpacks got all the way to Jamaica or Ghana or Nicaragua. So it's
Yeah.
really an amazing. We serve over 42 nonprofits just with the backpack drive alone.
That's incredible. And thanks to you and many others who have supported us in gaining sponsors for that program, it's really helped us to grow. So our alliances, our partnerships with the others in the community have really contributed to that rising number. And even through what's really been 2 years of COVID, we still were able to make that happen and bring such joy. I know you've seen the pictures, and so have I, Juan, of those children when they're receiving those backpacks. It's like you gave them an early Christmas. And
Yeah.
and I think I heard someone say the other day, it's not just the supplies that we give, but it's the spirit of confidence that the children then are able to take with them into their school year.
Well, and as a parent, as a father, I just think about the families that even if it's just a backpack, we think just a backpack, but for a family that could be just not having to stress over it, parents not trying to, not
Yeah,
having to worry about how they're going to provide those for their kids. So it really not only serves the children, but I think the whole family unit in
yeah.
that way. Yeah.
And I love the way Unity on the Bay's Angels Everywhere program has really become now a year-round operation. If it's not the backpack drive, it's the Christmas toy drive, or it's the Thanksgiving food drive, or it's the toiletry drive. That the energy of that group has just been incredibly impressive and inspiring.
Yeah. And even, like I said, even through COVID, not many people know this, but even through COVID, we've continued to support Chapman Partnership for the Homeless
Right.
with, if I'm not mistaken, we're the longest serving partner of theirs for the Miami downtown facility. Some of our own volunteers helped, plan their kitchen, because we were the first ones to really sign up to serve meals. And so even though we weren't able to go physically, we've been able to financially support them in the last couple of years. And in total now, I think we've gone over $250,000 in donations to Chapman Partnership for the Homeless.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It is
Beautiful.
amazing, isn't it?
I was thinking also today about the most inspiring moments that I've had at Unity on the Bay in terms of blessing my life and the lives of others. And I will never, ever forget that mass wedding ceremony we did, one of many efforts to acknowledge equality and equal rights in our society and in the world. And that was
2015.
Thank you. 2015. And it was in our old sanctuary at 411. And truly, that was my first same-sex wedding that I had ever officiated. And this is a powerful, powerful day. I'll never forget that foyer being filled with so many same-sex couples who were so touched and so inspired to be acknowledged in that way. And so like Unity on the Bay.
It is. I love that you had another one before, and so you just decided to start off with one of like 50 couples.
But the moment that I remember the most was signing the first marriage license.
Wow.
And I really wanted it to be as conscious as I could in that moment, because it was such a blessing. And that's just the beginning of the ways in which Unity on the Bay has showed up to promote equal rights for everyone. You were talking earlier about women's empowerment and our new racial justice. Well, it's not really new now anymore. Our racial justice ministry that was launched after the George Floyd incident.
I really think that it's just part of our DNA at Unity on the Bay to just sort of be, I believe, at the forefront of all these movements. I think, I know you've mentioned so much how inspired you are by May Stoiber when she came to found our, spiritual community almost 100 years ago as a single woman, from Ohio, just coming down to Miami's in the 20s. But I think that whole spirit of just pushing the envelope and moving into places that maybe wasn't comfortable is just a part of who we are, whether it's working as deeply as we are with racial justice right now, with our racial justice ministry, with LGBTQ rights. Many people know that that's how I sort of came to really be committed to Unity on the Bay, just realizing that the spiritual community really valued who I was as a whole being. And, we did the first mass same-sex wedding in Miami, but, our community supported Tom and I when we were part of the lawsuit that brought marriage equality to the state of Florida. We were right there with Martin Gill and his family when he fought with the ACLU the adoption ban for gay and lesbian parents. So, I think we like to push the needle, and I think that's I remember just thinking, if I'm going to be committed to a spiritual community, if I'm going to be supporting it financially, I want it to be a spiritual community that really values the things that I value.
Absolutely. And that's a beautiful thing about Unity on the Bay, because it draws all those people who share those values with you, because they are their own values as well. And it's a beautiful thing to see that come into play. So we're here today, if you don't know this, because of Give Miami Day, which officially is on Thursday, but you have the opportunity to give early this year, starting today. And so we are hopeful and we are inspired by the gifts that you choose to give today through Thursday to pledge to this campaign, realizing that a portion of them will be matched by the Miami Foundation. And then they'll also be matched by our own donors within Unity on the Bay who have stepped up to the plate and offered that challenge to others. So it's a great time. And if there's anything you want to share in the chat in terms of what's inspired you the most about your experiences at Unity on the Bay. Juan, I was just thinking as you were talking about your passion and your alignment with the values of Unity on the Bay, it doesn't stop at Unity on the Bay. You, and I very much admire this, have taken that to the next level through your involvement as a member of the board of directors of Unity World Headquarters, my alma mater. And I find that very touching, because I think it's not just the skills, the acumen, and the passion that you bring, but it's also you're the consummate representative of, in so many ways, of what we're about in terms of every individual, which is core to the Unity teaching. Thank God, every individual is honorable in the sight of God, and we are all equal, created as God's children. I'm really proud of what you've done on behalf of Unity on the Bay at the level of the movement as a whole.
Well, I mean, I'm a product of this community, right? I came into it over 17 years ago as a fun-loving 24-year-old. and, and 17 years later, I'm still fun-loving. And I've realized, my purpose and Unity on the Bay. I think, that I love that about our community, that we really support people in figuring out who they're meant to be, how they're supposed to show up in the world, how they can live into their passions, and through that, how we can, just uplift the human family. I think that Unity on the Bay shows up in the world, right? And shows up for the Unity movement. So many spiritual communities, Unity communities, know of Unity on the Bay, reach out to us for support, to learn more about our programming. And so I think that, being a part of Unity on the Bay is very much being a part of a catalyst for spiritual awakening throughout the world.
It's almost like we could have a catchphrase. An inclusive community.
Maybe.
Let's see. Work on this. Like an inclusive community serving as a catalyst for spiritual awakening, maybe evolution and action.
Yeah. But Chris, I think Jason had told us that we should do maybe a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
But we're Unity ministers, so we're now at minute 11 or 12.
Well done, Reverend Juan, and for myself.
But I do want to say, because you mentioned some of our donors matching donations, and maybe this is the time for us to say, Chris, that you and I have come together, and together we'll be matching up to $7,500 worth of donations. So, Unity on the Bay, those that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, make us pay.
Right. That's been inspiring. Not only that we felt guided to give in this way and to support Give Miami Day and Unity on the Bay, but also all those who have joined us in creating those matching pledges. Yeah. So it is awesome. And another thing I was reflecting on, Juan, and I know you were very close to all of this, with the onset of COVID, there were so many needs that rose up, and we were so fortunate to be in a position to be able to provide for those needs. I'm thinking specifically about the Farm Share program, where so many boxes of groceries were made available to individuals in our community. I'm thinking about the support we were able to give to families, the financial support, the Publix gift cards to help people. And I've seen so many and heard so many comments about how appreciated that was and how vital it was. People using those cards to secure prescriptions and as well as food and groceries for the table.
Yeah. And I just remember also from some of that we did in response to COVID, how some of the same people that we were supporting with like Publix cards would be the ones showing up to help with Farm Share. We did 6 Farm Share events. And so it's just this idea, and I get corny, and that's okay. But this idea of like, generosity just expands a greater level of generosity. Like generosity inspires generosity, and it was just so vivid for our community, especially during the last couple of years.
Yeah. So for those of you that may just be joining us, we're here in part because we love you and we wanted to be here and we wanted to celebrate the milestones in the life of Unity on the Bay, but also because this is the week of Give Miami Day. So it's your opportunity to support Unity on the Bay through your gift, which is then matched by the Miami Foundation, as well as different individuals within our community. So this is your opportunity to give. And I think, here we have some instructions that I suppose Jason has posted, because I think you need to go to our website, right, Juan?
You can go, actually now you can already go to the givemiamiday.org website. Okay. You can just click on the link that's in the comments section, but you can also just search for Unity on the Bay. While you're there, you could possibly check out Reverend Chris or my own champion page and get through there. But we're going to make it real easy for everybody.
Yeah. It's an exciting time. It makes me, you know, one thing I realize is there's so much joy in giving. You know, I mean, and I think that's part of what the Give Miami Day program evokes in individuals. You know, we all want to give, and we know that's our nature. But sometimes we need to be reminded that it's our nature. And sometimes we need to be given the initiative to say, let's get up and do it. Today is the day. And we're striving for, I believe, a total of $65,000 in our goal this year.
$65,000, but you know, we trust it, we have faith in it, and we know that all of you that are watching are gonna be a part of that movement. You know, I was thinking, Chris, you were talking about how exciting and joyous it is. It's like also just seeing all of us coming together and doing it together, and you know, you see how the fundraising starts happening and how the resources start showing up, and you just allow ourselves to ride the wave of generosity.
Absolutely. And we're not alone in our love and appreciation for this community. I know there are many, many individuals who feel Unity on the Bay to be their spiritual home and are very proud of claiming that identity for us.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I think that we've said our piece, and maybe we'll do another Facebook Live later on. But just wanted to come out here and just thank everybody for, well, just share with others what inspires us about Unity on the Bay, and trust that it inspires all of you that are watching to be generous with the spiritual community and allow the community to continue to be generous with the rest of the world.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day, folks. A great week. Don't forget, Give Miami Day this Thursday, November 18th. And you can start giving on the Give Miami Day page whenever you like. And now would be the perfect moment.
All right. Well, bye, everybody. And bye,
Thanks,
Chris.
everybody.